Hey, what's up? I'm Eilarp, and today I'm going to prove that Felarp Neto uses survival mode in his series. I'm here on the official map of Felipe Neto's series, the one he released for download, featuring all the builds from over 100 episodes. And even though it's a very beautiful map, a very legit map, a lot of people accuse it of having cheats, of cheating, mainly because of one thing, and that thing isn't the statistics. When we look at them, we can find some curious things, like for example the fact that he only mined 6,000 stones and even so managed to use more than 27,000. It seems odd to mine just 6,000 but use over 27,000, but I'll show you Felipe Neto is honest. He wouldn't lie and did everything in survival. What you don't know is that actually Felipe Neto, here in the end dimension, built an automatic cobblestone farm. It's very simple to make some water source blocks to fill these spaces and then put a lava source block up here, because when the lava comes down, it comes into contact with the water leaves and turns into cobblestone. You can mine here infinitely and it will always keep generating more cobblestone. But Super Lozinho, that doesn't explain how he got 27,000 stones. Calm down, kid, calm down. The secret of the farm is right here in the stronghold in the overworld, where there's a snow golem trying to hit the zombies. All his snowballs end up going through the portal and straight to the end. For this farm to work, just place a chunk loader here. It's basic, something Felipe Neto could easily do. I'd never doubt his Minecraft skills. Add some water. Basically, here you leave one of your ender pearls, loading the chunk. The ender pearl will go up. This chunk will always stay loaded, and that's it. Here in the end now, every time a snowball arrives, it updates the player's spawn here, and it keeps generating cobblestone infinitely, you know? Automatically. Really chill. He can get a lot of stacks of cobblestone here pretty easily, but little Lauzinho, in the statistics, it was smooth stone. Man, you just have to smelt it, you know? Take this cobblestone here, put it in the furnace, and you'll get smooth stone, you know? There's no secret, no mystery, because one essential thing to understand is that Felipe Neto is humble. He doesn't like to show off. For example, back here behind Felipe Neto, behind the castle, he has some secret hideouts that he never showed in the videos because he's humble, you know? He isn't one to show off or act superior, posting about awards and such. He's humble, right? He built everything himself but never showed it in videos because he didn't want credit. And for example, here he has a bamboo farm, right? It's self-sustaining. He turns it on here, the water breaks it there, and a bunch of bamboo comes out here, and that's nothing more than fuel, right? He can make infinite wood here or use the bamboo itself as fuel. And that's basically how he got 27,000 stones. He smelted 27,000 stones. He repeated this process 27,000 times. That's why in the statistics here, it shows that he used 27,000 stones, right? I think it's more than obvious. There's no reason to doubt that he did this in survival, right? But there could still be other doubts, right? Okay, fine, Leo. I believe he got the stones here by farming, but there could still be other doubts, right? Leo, it's okay. I believe he got the stone by farming like this. But what about, for example, the quartz blocks? In the statistics, it shows that he used more than 8,000 quartz blocks here. But he only mined 2,000 quartz blocks, right? And it's even strange because a quartz block is made with 4 quartz ores. Making quartz blocks is really expensive since you need to mine 4 times more ore. And even with fortune, it's hard. But like I said, Felipe Neto is honest. He'd never use creative mode. The fact is he has a villager here, a mason named Bruno Guimarães, and he trades here, look, emeralds for quartz. So trades are tough, right? I only got 12 blocks, but he kept repeating this process. He must have other villages around the map. It's a 100 episode series. So he farmed lots and lots of emeralds with the other villagers, then by locking trades. And when the trade was available, he came here, look, he traded not just quartz, right? But also, look, quartz pillar. He could also get andesite blocks here, stone brick blocks. So here, no, never underestimate Felipe Neto, because farming quartz, right? Why mine quartz? Who mines quartz in 2026, right? Here, to get these 8,000 quartz blocks here, it was the easiest thing in the world. Got it? You saw here that in just a few seconds I managed what? I got 12 blocks. Felipe Neto, he's much better. He should be able to get a lot more over the course of 100 episodes of the series. And another thing people often accuse him of being creative about is exactly this. The land issue, man. It's visceral like that. He used more than 35,000 dirt blocks and he only mined 1,000, right? How does the guy manage to use 35 times more than he mines? But hold on. Our angel of honesty would never do that. What happens is that in the game, right, there's this green mob here, right? The creeper, which as you already know, ends up exploding. And when it explodes here, look, it drops some dirt blocks, right? But Leo, you'd need a lot of creepers. That's where you're wrong. In the game, we have TNT, right? Instead of targeting 5,000 creepers, he collects 5,000 TNTs and blows everything up. The curious part? It wasn't me, seriously. Under here, inside this section, there's a huge hole he never revealed in the series. So this is where he put 5,000 TNTs. He blew it up, took all the stones, all the dirt, and used them. But Leo, how did he get so much gunpowder? Here's another thing he never showed in the series, okay? In this part of the map, he has simply a mega mob trap with 40 floors. He really built this here, okay? It wasn't me who downloaded some schematic from the internet and put it here in World Edit. No, it wasn't me, okay? He really built this himself. So the mobs fall from the mega mob trap with 40 platforms, which Felipe Neto definitely built. And here he has infinite gunpowder. So that's how he did it. He got infinite gunpowder. Then he could make infinite TNT. But Leo, TNT needs sand. You want everything too, huh? Dynamite's made from sand, right? He may have endless gunpowder, but not endless sand. Who says he doesn't? Here on TNT, our Felipe Neto, he made a pretty simple farm here, right? For infinite sand. You activate it here, then it creates a duping glitch here. And it keeps sending infinite sand over to TNT, right? It keeps sending infinite sand to the overworld, the normal world. But boy, Leo, I don't doubt that Eilarp Neto would be capable, right? Of making such a simple redstone contraption, right? Because we know all the blocks he has, but how did he break Bedrock, right? Breaking Bedrock is already something almost impossible to do in survival. And actually, no, guys. Felipe Neto, he knows about glitches, he knows about bugs. He might even be the CEO of some glitch and bug community out there because he did this bug here really simple, right? To break Bedrock. And you basically place it here next to the Bedrock, right? A piston, a TNT, an obsidian, a solid block, a lever, and another TNT. This contraption here is capable of breaking Bedrock. You basically just need to change your right click to a key because then you can, right, place blocks, right? Much faster with much more agility. And then you activate the TNT here and keep clicking, right? So the piston comes here. Somehow the piston glitches, right? You click several times and the piston glitches and it breaks the Bedrock. And that's exactly what Felipe Neto did. He did that 3 times and he could even do 12. Do about 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. And he keeps sending infinite sand, right? To the overworld. And then, right, arriving here on the other side of the portal. We should find a giant sand tower here. That's exactly the sand that's going to be sent from the TNT, and here basically you put a lever, a trapdoor, a pressure plate, a button, a torch, and all the sand will break automatically. And here it's very simple, right? It's really easy, Professor. 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20, grab my... And here comes at the crafting table here, look, he gets TNT. And here at the crafting table, he distributes everything. And there's TNT, he has infinite TNT. And the TNT, he just comes and activates it and you have infinite dirt, alright? So if anyone doubted our angel of honesty, Felipe Neto, it's also explained here how he got more than 30,000 dirt blocks, right? With infinite resources. And the stubborn people can still argue, right? That in the statistics, it doesn't look like he collected that much sand. Look, he collected about 1,000 here. Gunpowder, he collected about 600 here. So those numbers don't really seem very consistent, right? For 10,000 TNTs to collect 30,000 dirt blocks. Hold on. There's another explanation. You know that the Minecraft world is infinite. Throughout this world, we have several desert temples. Obviously, Eilarp Neto walked through this world countless times. He found many desert temples. And here in the desert temples, as you know, we have TNTs. So he repeated this process here. He used infinite TNT about 5,000 times to collect dirt, wood, or other blocks for his stats. In these temples, he may have even gotten some good loot. He got the emeralds he traded with villagers from the temples, right? Maybe iron, horse armor, even diamonds. He got them from all the 5,000 temples he visited throughout his world during more than 100 episodes of the series. I'm telling you guys, everything he did that people try to say was done in creative mode and all that is justifiable. The guy only plays survival, pure survival. And maybe one of the hardest things to justify about Felipe Neto's survival gameplay is right here, man, grass blocks. Like, he decorated with grass blocks. There are 24,000, he only mined 1,000 grass blocks. He broke them to clear the land, you know? You guys know how good he is at clearing land. He used over 24,000 grass blocks, though I don't know why he needed so many, but our honest angel would never cheat. It's easy to explain this inconsistency, right? You know the game has a black mob. The only black mob in the game is the block stealer, the Enderman. The Enderman can sometimes spawn holding a grass block or a dirt block with grass, so you can imagine, right? So Felipe Neto, he killed these Endermen holding grass blocks 30,000 times and got those 30,000 grass blocks without having to mine. Got it? Mining, I don't believe it. I'm proving to you that everything is legit, guys. All done in survival. All done in survival. Now I know things are getting interesting since some items might not have obvious explanations, right? Until now it was super easy. I already knew that too. Of course, Felipe Neto, known for honesty, wouldn't cheat like that. Still, there are things here I doubt even you could explain, like Bedrock. How did Felipe Neto get Bedrock and use Bedrock twice? Where is it? There's command block too, but I don't know how many times he used it, you know? Command block. Felipe Neto, my god. How did you use command block 18 times, man? Are there command blocks in survival? And wait, hold on, put down your stones because there is an explanation. And guys, what Felipe Neto does from here on is absolute cinema. He basically went back to a special April Fool's snapshot called One Block at a Time. It's a really fun, really well-made feature. And this version is very unique because you have 2 hands. There's no hotbar, no inventory, no crafting, nothing. You can only pick up 1 block at a time, just like the April Fool's version suggests. Use the left button to pick up and the right to throw. It's a funny little joke. But Leo, what does this have to do with Felipe Neto. In this version, he found gold. This is the kind of thing you see in glitch forums on Reddit, subreddits, 4chan. Only someone truly smart could find this. To see what's special about this version, we need to go to the Nether first. Here, where things get really rough, we'll have to break about 5 or 6 obsidian blocks by hand. This is going to take a very long time. So you can see that Felipe Neto, he really is the angel of honesty, because what we're going to find at the end of this version, Felipe Neto really, he knew what he was doing, you know? It's so you'll never doubt the man again, because the work I'm going to have here is the same work he had. And he didn't want to tell anyone, because he's very honest, he's very humble. It's not in his character, you know, to show off, to brag and all that. My god, I looked it up here. It's 4 minutes. That took a long time, about 4 minutes, just to break the obsidian. You can see how dedicated Felipe Neto is. Hold on, we'll get to the point of the video soon. We're going to get to the point of the video, how this ended up with command blocks and bedrock and all that, and then, alright, here, set 2 aside. 2? Then come here and place the obsidian, and now repeat this process about 6 or 7 more times to complete the portal. I'm going to mine off camera and we'll be right back. Alright, after completing the portal, man, we have to break this chest here. And the chests in this version for some reason are different, and you have to hope to get gravel. I threw the chest far away. You have to hope to get flint and steel, right? A lighter. Wow, luckily we got flint and steel here. We break the flint and steel. How do I break the flint and steel now? I can't break the flint and steel. Hey. I'm throwing fire charges. Alright, you break the flint and steel. Then you come here and finally light the nether portal, man. That's crazy. And the nether is really important because here in the nether fortresses, we need to find the chests, man. For some reason, when Mojang made this version, they decided that the special loot would be in the nether fortress chests. When we break the chest, it explodes, like I said. And it gives us something really important, which is literally the nether portal. And you have to break it by hand too, right? There are no pickaxes, nothing in this version. We'll have to break it by hand here. Not the nether portal. And here comes something really important in this chest, which is the end portal. 1 block at a time and the piglin got in my way. Wow, Eilarp Neto really struggled to get the command block, didn't he? So, inside the chest, there's something really important, right? Which is the end portal. We're going to have to do this 12 times. We'll have to find 12 chests here in the nether, inside the nether fortress. Then we can make the end portal. Because that's where the command blocks, bedrock, and all the fun of this update are, right? 1 block at a time, and that's it. We don't have a pickaxe, but we have patience, right? We have honesty, our angel of honesty, Felipe Neto. Alright, we got 2 portals, now we need to get 11 more, and this is an honest version above all, because when we go back to the overworld, after collecting some end portals, we have to find the stronghold, right? And to find the stronghold, there's no Eye of Ender, we have to use the end portal itself. We stand on top of a flower, throw the portal up, and it will point towards the stronghold, then we pick it back up. We repeat this process several times until we think we found the stronghold. Keep going that way, I can't throw it on the ground or I'll have to break it, which takes a few more minutes, so we'll have to walk a lot. Let's see. Throw it up and it keeps pointing that way. Let's try again. It's here and pointing down. Hold on, ma'am. When it points down, the stronghold is below us. Oh no, it's in the worst spot, underwater. We'll have to dig straight down to the portal room. And then bring the 12 portal frames to finally make the portal. And when we finally get here to the portal room where the portal is supposed to be, there was just 1 portal, so we're lucky. Now we need to bring the remaining 12 portal frames to build it. Then we can finally go to the end. And that's it, my friends. The portal is finally ready here. Behind the end is where Eilarp Neto managed to get command block and bedrock legitimately. The cool thing about this version is that the Endermen, as you can already tell, they hold random blocks, see? They hold shulker boxes, they hold here, look, they hold note blocks, they hold, you know, flower pots, and then they put them on the ground, right, to pass the time, so Endermen keep spawning. Here, glass panes, these colored blocks, shulkers. And even look at this bedrock. Yes, Enderman can spawn with any block in the game, even command blocks here, you know? So, what do you think? We need to catch an Enderman right when it spawns with a command block, then throw it into the water and kill it. Let it get angry. Where is it? I look at it so it attacks. Will it drop the block? Hurry up. Did it work? I focus only on it, provoking it until it comes, then I steal the block. GG, I got the block from its hand. Felipe Neto legitimately got 2 command blocks and several bedrock blocks in survival mode. So much for anyone who doubted him, right? And here, man, if we leave the game and go back to a version 1.21, version 1.21.8, version 26.2, we'll still have the blocks both in the end and in the inventory. And anyway, going to specific versions, there are lots and lots of bugs, there are lots and lots of methods, and here, it's a legitimate way in survival without using cheats, without using creative. To get a command block, man, you just have to go back to a special version, then return to the normal versions and make the bug happen. Anyway, I don't get why Felipe Neto didn't show these processes in a video. I think he's so humble, he didn't want credit for having a unique world, one of the few survival worlds on YouTube with a command block and Bedrock, so he kept it secret. But Eilarp here proved to you that yes, it was all done in survival. Man, just so I don't lose the habit. Here in the church is a Spiro here. Where's a Spiro, man? I miss the time when I was the Dark Mystery. I know you used to kidnap a Spiro, you used to kidnap his animals. Let's see who's here in the church. Look, let's see. It's Luca Bro, isn't it? It's Luca Bro, he's a Botafogo fan. And Tulio had to be a Botafogo fan. Or Felipe Neto. God's better truth shows you use them in survival. We're still enemies in this universe, maybe not, I don't know. I'll still kill your mobs out of habit just to keep up the banter, but his map was really beautiful, guys. Even though it was made in survival, it's a really beautiful map, man. And what about this banter here? Top of Rapidex, nothing beats you. How does it go? How does it go? Bruno Blanco 4, your strength was strong. That's it, guys. Subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram at EAMine, which is actually Eilarp77.